Pranayamam pratyaharam nitya vivekacharam japya sameta samadhi vidhanam kurvavadhanam mahadavadhanam. This is stanza number 30 of Adi Shankaracharya's Bhajagovindam. Here, Adi Shankara is talking about yoga. So he is talking about pranayama. Pranayamam. Pranayamam is, prana is the life force in the body and in the universe. The whole universe exists. The body is alive because of the life force called prana. Pranayamam. Yamam is control. Controlling the prana. In the human body, this life force is in the form of air. So, that air is coming in and going out in the form of breath. The minute breathing stops, your body will die. So, this life force can take any form. But for sustaining the human form, this life force takes the form of breath. In the form of air, vayu, going in, going out. Right? So, pranayamam is controlling the breath or controlling the pranic force or the life force. So, Shankaracharya is asking us to control our breath. How do we control our breath? For that, Patanjali's Yoga Sutras are there. What is the proper way of breathing? There are multiple types of pranayamas. I am sure Indians are aware. On YouTube, and around 20 years ago, Baba Ramdev introduced us or popularized the concept of pranayama. Not that the pranayam concept is new, thousands of years old. It has been repopularized since last 1 or 2 decades. You would have heard about pranayamas like Bhastrika, Kapalbhati, and so on. Many are there. Anulom, Vilom. It's not just like 1 or 2 techniques. When Shankaracharya here is saying do pranayamam, he is asking us to do the whole of the yoga related to the breath. Pratyaharam. Pranayamam pratyaharam. What is pratyaharam? When long back I was not very well versed in understanding Sanskrit, I used to think pratyaharam means aharam is food, pratyaharam means good food. Like you should eat very sattvic food, don't eat meat, don't eat garlic, don't eat onion. Shankaracharya is not at all talking about aharam here, food. No. When he say aharam here, yes, it is something we consume, but he is not at all talking about food. Because Shankaracharya was a bhikshu. He goes home to home with his disciples. Whatever they throw in his begging bowl, he will eat. He will never complain what it is. Whether it is garlic, whether it is onion, whatever. Bhikshus or sannyasis do not have an option. Whatever is given to them, they eat it. They are beyond the concepts of papa, punya, vegetarian and non-vegetarian. They are beyond all this. They don't care. They don't think they are this body. So why do they care what goes into the body? So, but here aharam, pratyaharam basically means withdrawal of senses. Because our senses like eyes, ears, nose, mouth, taste, skin, touch, these senses are all consuming from outside. Just like we consume food for our survival, these sense organs are consuming content. Correct? We need to withdraw our sense organs from their sense objects. The sense objects are things like food. I want to eat a pizza. Pizza is the sense object. The tongue is the sense organ, which is craving for the sense object. Correct? I love a particular smell. That fragrance is the sense object. Your nose is the sense organ, or the capacity of the nose to smell. Right? We are consuming. Correct? Unfortunately, we have sidetracked a lot from the real human purpose. Because instead of looking internally, inside ourselves, the Paramatma who is seated in our heart, our attention is fully into the materialistic world outside, trying to consume whatever content is there. Whether it is visual and audio content like YouTube or Insta Reels, whether it is tasty food, whether it is sexual pleasures in the form of touch, right? Whether it is anything, all these things, correct? So, pratyaharam here basically refers to nothing to do with food. Food also is one of it. But he's not saying don't eat, don't listen to music. No. He's saying detach yourselves from all the externals. Withdraw your sense organs from the sense objects so that your sense organs are no more craving for the sense objects. He is not saying don't eat. Shankaracharya also ate to survive. Whatever comes you eat, whatever is falling on your ears you hear, whether it is good music or bad music. Have you realized some people have a specific taste in music? Make them hear some other form of music, they get irritated. Some people like only rap songs. Make them listen to old 1950s, vintage songs, they are irritated. Some older generation people like only the old songs. They keep on complaining new songs don't have any meaning, bekar music. Why this discrimination? Right? Because you are so attached to those sense objects, a particular kind of tune, only that appeals to you. Anything different? No, I don't like it. What is there to like or dislike? Because of your attachment of your sense object and the sense organ. If that attachment is gone, whatever falls on your ear, you are happy from the inside because your attention is now drawn into the inside. The mind is no more running behind sense objects because you have cut that connection. The mind has internalized into looking towards that Paramatma. Correct? That is pranayamam pratyaharam. Nitya nitya vivekacharam. Nitya anitya. Nitya is permanent, anitya is impermanent. Viveka, the intelligence to discriminate. Viveka vicharam. Think about it intelligently, what is permanent and what is impermanent. The distinction between the permanent and the transitory. Transitory means that which keeps changing. Impermanent. Right. So what is Shankaracharya referring to here? He is referring that the whole world and everything you see, all that is impermanent and transitory. There is only one truth, which is the self, the I. Correct? Do you have this discrimination? Do you have the intelligence to discriminate between what is permanent and what is impermanent? Most of us do not have. That is the reason we keep running behind wealth, we keep running behind women, men, relationships, happiness, cars, houses, children. Don't you understand? None of this will remain. 500 years ago, some gentleman had a house. Where is he? Where is that house? Where is his car? He died. He was impermanent, the car was impermanent, that building was impermanent, his children were impermanent, his wife, her husband, children, grandchildren, everyone is gone. Can't you see on a daily basis? Then where is your intelligence? Why are you not understanding that everything is transitory? Many people argue with me that, so should we stop earning? When did I say you should stop earning? Neither Shankaracharya did. He always said, don't care about it. Whatever comes to you comes through karma. Do you think the richest people became rich because of hard work? Think about Ambani's son. He worked very hard to be born in Ambani's family. That's why by default he is rich. So you and me are what, like? We have to work hard to be now born in Ambani's family. It is karma. Don't you get it? Why is someone born to a poor man? Why is someone born to a rich man? Is it hard work? So your poverty and your pompness or richness does not prosperity does not depend on your hard work. It is karma. So should we not work hard? No. Work. Whatever is there in your hands, work as if it is devotion to the Lord. Not because you want some money. Money will come anyway. If it is destined, you will become rich. Do your job properly. Correct? So here Shankaracharya is saying Nitya Nitya Vivekacharam. Do you have the intelligence to discriminate what is permanent and what is impermanent? If yes, then you won't foolishly be running around all these impermanent objects. You will then focus your attention towards what is permanent and realize the truth. Pranayamam pratyaharam nitya nitya vivekacharam japya sameta samadhi vidhanam. Japya sameta. Sameta means along with. Japya, japa. Japa means reciting the name of the Lord. Whatever religion you belong to, your God has a name, keep reciting it. Along with samadhi vidhanam. What is samadhi? Samadhi is a state of equilibrium which is beyond papa, punya, beyond karma, beyond everything. It is the true nature. In fact, this whole universe, existence, you, me, our bodies, feelings, emotions are all products of trigunas, rajas, tamas, sattva. There is something beyond all the trigunas. That's why Ishvara or Shiva is named as Trigunatita, beyond the three gunas. That is the real truth. All of this is an illusion because of these trigunas. Samadhi is a state beyond all these three gunas, which is the reality. So establish yourself in that Samadhi by chanting holy names of the God. How do you attain Samadhi? Again, you have to practice yoga. In yoga, dhyana, meditation takes you to Samadhi. So Shankaracharya is clearly asking you to practice yoga by pranayama, pratyahara, nityanitya vivekachara. Now he is saying japya sameta samadhi vidhana. Along with chanting holy names of the Lord, meditate. How? As per dhyana according to Yoga Sutras. Then, fourth line says, Kurvavadhanam mahadavadhanam. Avadhanam. What is avadhanam here? Kurvavadhanam mahadavadhanam. What is avadhanam? Avadhanam means great attention. Attention. Avadhanam means attentive. Kurvavadhanam, do this attentively. Kuru means do it. Kurvavadhanam. Whatever I just told you, pranayama, pratyahara, nitya vivekachara, japya sameta, samadhi vidhana. All of this, do it very attentively. Kurvavadhanam, but he repeats again, mahadavadhanam, very, very carefully. Maha means great attention, not normal attention. Do it attentively. Again he is repeating, mahadavadhanam, very, very attentively. Why should I be very attentive? Otherwise you will not reach your goal. Correct? When you start yoga, when you start all these practices which he is referring to, if you do not pay attention properly, eventually you might be evolving spiritually, but since you are not paying attention, you might be attaining some siddhis or powers, and then you might be utilizing them stupidly for again impermanent things in this world. That's why a great attention is required. Because whoever goes on the spiritual path, eventually, whether he wants it or doesn't want it, attains powers, siddhis. Of course, this Western thought process and all that science may not agree with it. But of course, there are these things, whether you agree it or not. When you attain those powers, if you are not paying attention, what will happen? You will be rejuvenated. You will feel like you are the hero of the world. But the world itself is impermanent and you are impermanent. You will forget that and start utilizing your powers for money, wealth, fame. Why? Eventually you will anyway die. All those will go away, impermanence. So pay great attention to the whole process so that you always are centered in your goal of self-realization. This is stanza number 30 of Adi Shankaracharya's Bhajagovindam. Until the next stanza, see you guys. Bye-bye.